I'd go by the name of Corporal Paul Riental, and my position within Army Rugby League is head coach.
So you're here today at the Saints. We're coming down to the HAC at the end of January. Overall, how exciting is this project to be with the Capital Challenge?
Yeah, well, it's great, and it's something that our Colonel's been pushing for, Rich Grover. You know, he's built relationships up with a lot of people from this organisation. It's something that he wants to do moving forward. So for us to be able to put this occasion on, I don't know if you've ever been down there at the venue, but it's absolutely fantastic. I've had the opportunity to go once before, so it's something that we need to be doing, getting involved with professional clubs, and what a great club for us to get involved with.
Tol, this is a fantastic challenge, isn't it? Taking the Saints down to London to take on the Army.
It is. It's an exciting prospect to go and play at such a historic venue down there in central London. It's a good opportunity for the lads that don't come around every day.
James, it's a fantastic challenge this for some of our young players, isn't it? Going down to London and taking on the Army.
Yeah, I think it's an amazing sort of event and an occasion and experience that our lads get to experience. We pretty much send a lot of our young lads down, really good talent, knocking on the doorstep of the first team, if you like, and some first team players to go down there and play against the British Army at the HAC, which is such an iconic sort of prestigious venue, not only to ourselves, to get the honour to go there, but to the military and army lads themselves, because it's not often that they get the chance to go in that venue themselves.
The working relationship, though, has been built sort of on the back of the Cyprus visit last year. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so just after Christmas, the Colonel rang me and said, what are you doing in January? And I just said my availability, and he said, how would you fancy going over and getting involved with St.Helens pre-season, and just being a little bit of a liaison between Army and Saints, with them, being at Episcopi, what the One Lancs were hosting. And yeah, I jumped on the back of that. I thought I'd just be going on a trooper flight, and next thing you know, I'm in Manchester Airport with the players, with the staff, which I was really welcomed by Paul Wello. Give me some training kit with all my name on and stuff, and I was right in there in the mix. It was like I was one of them for the week. So yeah, it was brilliant, fantastic.
It's going to be amazing, yeah. Like, what an opportunity for a lot of our lads to play Saints, a team like Saints. Yeah, I think it's a dream come true for a few of the boys, so yeah, it's going to be a good occasion. Looking forward to it.
How exciting is this to be playing the Army in London?
Very, very exciting, because it's something that not many, it's very new to me, because I've never been really playing against the Army or down London much, really. I know a lot of the young lads as well going up. They'll be excited. It'll be nice. It'll be a nice experience for us all.
The team that's going to take the field will be a sprinkling of academy lads, a sprinkling of first team lads, and the reserve team lads. So yeah, it's an early opportunity to test themselves and see how successful they've been in their ambitions through pre-season, where they're actually up to, and it's an opportunity for Wello and the rest of the coaching staff to look at them and see where they are.
For the academy and the reserves to be able to pull on that shirt in such an important setting, it's going to be quite.
Yeah, and I can imagine there'll be a lot of people there, so it'd be nice to show a lot of our young lads like what talent there is down here. But like I said, it'll be a good experience for us all, and I think a lot of the lads will be proud, really. So
the Army, obviously a very well-respected organisation, just like Saints, but in a different way, and yet they've both got sort of similarities, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of the way obviously the Army brought up with being disciplined and hard working. I know a lot of us, the young lads, especially the reserves and the academy, have been putting it in this pre-season. It's been a tough pre-season for us all, so looking to take that into practice now, into this game, and just where you play games week in, week out, and you know what teams you're going to play, and you know what players you're coming up against. I know it's going to be a lot of you don't know who's going to play for them, so you've got to kind of put it all out there, really.
Those who don't know, the HAC is a historic venue, isn't it? Tell us a little bit about it.
It is, yeah, I've played there before. I think it's the most expensive rugby pitch or bit of land in the world. I think it might be right. Yeah, it's a great place to play. I played Union there against Harlequins 2 years ago, and yes, to play there again against Saints is going to be a good occasion.
Do you see a lot of similarities between the military and professional sport?
Yeah, it really shocked me, and I was just discussing this with Mikey just as we was walking through. you expect professionals to be total different people, but they're not. They're just like us, and they talk like us. They do everything like everyone else does, and it's, for me, it just felt so relaxed. But the difference between it is when they needed to play and train, it was just a switch like that, and the focus was that's what, you know, surprised me massively on how well they were focused.
So the Army Rugby League, it's obviously a well respected and fantastic sporting team, obviously, that's tied to the military. So tell us about Army Rugby League.
Yeah, so Army Rugby League, we have a competition called the Lawson Cup, and all the core teams will play in that, with a chance of getting selected to play Army representative rugby. So we have that. I've just been having a discussion there. We're trying to get all that up north this year. We've done it in the past where it's all down south, but the following up north in this M62 corridors, we know you get more support. Our fan base really comes from the veterans, so we've got a big tie-in up here in Catterick, places like Leckensfield in Hull, where you've got a lot of amateur teams there involved and who want to come support us. Regards to Army Rugby League, it's very difficult at times to get players released, just because they're that busy within their jobs. You know, we've got people deploying all the time, so the chain of commands and the committee are really trying hard to get them players released. So from one camp to the next, our players won't always be the same, and our spine will change. So that's the difference you get between, you know, likes of yourselves and even the amateur teams. They can get training Tuesday, Thursday. We maybe get 2 or 3 days to train.
The proof's in the pudding with the likes of Alfie Sinclair impressing in the reserves last year, and he's now a first team Saint. So reserves and academy talent that can really take this as an opportunity to shine, can't they?
100%. There's a pathway there, you know, your likes of Whitby and Robertson and Cole Marsh, the lads that have gone from the academy up to the first team, and then the reserve guys like Kieran Noel and Alfie Sinclair. It shows that the pathway is working. And then there's the slower developers such as Harvey Bradish and Sam Oakes, who are still in the reserve squad. It's an opportunity for everybody to stake a claim for the season going forward.
There's obviously a couple of games in the daytime, so we've got the Royal Artillery playing against the infantry before our game, and then obviously, you know, we get to take our team down there, St.Helens, you know, the brand, iconic brand within Rugby League, to go and play the British Army. And then on the evening, obviously, we've got, you know, a bit of a fancy do, sort of a bit of a networking dinner and a formal 3-course meal sit down occasion. You know, there's a couple of Rugby League people there speaking on the night. And you know, we're raising money for the MND charity, obviously, you know, close to everybody's hearts within Rugby League, and the Royal British Legion as well. So it should be a great evening, and hopefully we can showcase and introduce people of the South, or, you know, London in particular, of what Rugby League's about, and give them a little bit of an insight to, you know, to how we operate.
Our relationship with the Army is going on only from strength to strength as well, isn't it?
Definitely. I think we've, you know, at the club in particular, we've had a very strong relationship with the Army for the last few years. Obviously, only last year we went to Cyprus, you know, doing a bit of a pre-season training camp there, and you know, that sort of relationship has just continued to strengthen, and hence, you know, the game that we've got, you know, at the end of January. So hopefully, you know, we can keep growing this partnership, keep helping each other out, and, you know, maybe it might be the start of an annual event. Who knows? It's we'll see how it goes this year, but fingers crossed we can definitely do stuff in the future, and I'm sure that, you know, as well as this game in general, there'll be other stuff throughout the year that we might get to go and experience, maybe as a first team squad, and likewise, you know, we always welcome the Army lads here as well.
They're going to be coming to make a point.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say Saints need to go down there to make a point as well.
Yeah, we definitely do. Start off the season well as well, really. Getting to practice, getting to speed of things.
And it's great that it's actually a fundraising event, obviously the motor neurone disease and the Royal British Legion, but the MND community obviously is one that's close to our heart through Rob Burrow, isn't it?
Yeah, so it'll be a big thing for the club and Super League itself, really.
Overall, it's a real celebration, a showcase of Rugby League in the capital, but also Rugby League's connection to the military, isn't it?
We've had a long relationship with the Army Rugby League. I've worked for the foundation with the Army Rugby League for 10-12 years, coaching them up here at Saints and getting out to the different camps, culminating in the lads who were in the pre-season camp over in Cyprus last year. So it's a long-standing relationship we've got with the Army, and it's an exciting prospect for everybody involved to go down there, not just the game and the event that's going to be, but the dinner afterwards as well.
It's a relationship that's only going from strength to strength, isn't it?
It is, they really add to what we do in some of the leadership. Guys like Richard Groves and David Williams Spud, they've been integral in the relationship, and it's good to see all their hard work coming to fruition alongside the work that we put in at the club.
Whilst we're raising money as well for the MND Association and the RLB.
Yeah, there's two great charities there that are going to benefit from what's going to be an exciting event.
It's a fundraising event, obviously, with the formal dinner at the end, raising money for the Royal British Legion and the Motor Neurone Disease Association, two worthwhile charities.
And that's what it's all about. It's all about raising money and getting awareness out for them two charities, yeah.
The Capital Challenge, that Saints versus the British Army Rugby League, it's a celebration not only of the military's connection with Rugby League, Rugby League's connection with the military, and also Rugby League in the south. Yeah. It's also a fundraising event, raising money for the Royal British Legion and the MND Association, two worthwhile charities.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's the dinner afterwards. I know what the work that the committee have been putting in the background for that to happen. Like I say, it's going to be a fantastic event and something that we're really proud to be involved with.